Okay, here we go. It's a very, very short video. We want to make this as short as possible for you. The idea here is to be able to try and loosen off the muscles in your calf, your hamstring, your groin, so that it relieves pain and tenseness and soreness in the ankles and the heel, but also reduces the amount of injuries and your back going out and things as well. Any issues, let me know as well, and here we go. Okay, firstly, what we want to do is we want to basically stretch off the calf to start with. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. We're going to put our heel to the floor. Now we're going to try and get our foot as far up the wall as we can, and we're trying to get our heel close to the wall as well. Then we push our knee all the way back, nice and straight leg. We hold on to a wall, you can do it on a windowsill, which is quite handy, and you're just going to bring your hips forward. You're not going forward with upper body, it's the hips that are going forward, and you're going to feel a huge tightening right up here. Keep that leg dead straight, and then bring the hips forward like so. That's the key to this stretch. You want to hold that for a minimum of 15 seconds, and then after 15 seconds, you may not get a huge stretch on this. You want to try and bend the knee in like so, drop the heel down and really push. Okay, that's what we're going for. It's a little muscle on the inside called the soleus that really, really helps, as well as the calf, which is the gastrocnemius. And then we switch to the other side. We go leg dead straight, heel close to the wall, and then we straighten the leg, and then hips go in towards the wall once again. Keep that leg straight. The knee's going to want to bend, but keep it straight, okay? And then after 15 seconds again, push it forward like so, okay? And that is key. Calves together, okay? So, stretch number one, feet together. I'm going to use a mat here as well. Feet together, knees not locked out, but straight so they're bent. And all you're going to try and do is go over and touch your toes. You do not want your knees here. They've got to be right about here, but not locked. Okay, it's not too good for the joint when you lock it. You're just going to hang. Minimum 15 seconds, and you're going to keep trying to get closer to the tips of your toes. Keep trying to get closer. After the 15 seconds, you may need to bend your knees when you're doing this one, at least at first. The goal is to not have to later. And all you're going to try and do is you're going to try and walk out into a plank position, keeping the legs straight, and you're going to go, here's the plank position. You're going to lift your left foot on top of your right foot, just to your heel, and then your right heel, keeping your right leg straight, you're going to try and get that heel as close to the ground as you can. You don't want to lift your hips way up and get your heel on the ground, but you want to stretch it, and it's going to stretch all the way up here where my toes are pointed to on the calf here as well. And it's a really, really, really good stretch. Once we've done that, we flip over to the other side. It can be quite tough holding a plank for this long, and then push it back again. Okay? This time it's the left leg. Really push that heel to the floor, and then the really trick is here, put your feet back together. Now, once again, you might really, really struggle to keep the legs straight. You're going to walk back, try and keep the legs as straight as you can, hang it down, and look how much closer to the ground I am. I've literally managed to stretch. I couldn't touch my toes a minute ago. Now I can actually touch the ground with my legs straight. I've literally lengthened them that much in that much of a few seconds, okay? Then, the next one, we're going to bring our feet a little bit wider again. It's going to focus a little bit more on the hips. Feet facing forward, legs dead straight, not locked, so ever so slight knee bend. Over we go, and we're just going to try. Now, have a look and see how close my fingertips are. I'm hitting the ground, but I can't get for instance, I can't get my knuckles quite, I just can't do it on the floor. So then after 15 seconds of holding this one, off I go again, into the plank position, keep that angle, sink down, good, so feet are about shoulder width apart on this one, 15 seconds, I'm not going to do the whole 15 seconds for now, but there we go, switch to the other side, come over to the other part, hang right down, keep going, keep the legs straight, heel towards the floor, and then back. Then you're going to walk back again, keeping the legs straight, and already, oh look at that, I can almost get my palms flat on the ground now. Yeah, I mean that's the difference in just what that stretch does. And when you do that, release the tension here, which releases tension here, which if you do get sore back or sore lower back, it's releasing a hell of a lot of tension there as well. Just be careful. Next one, okay, I'm actually going to take my shoes off for, just because clearly I'll have a go because the mirror. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to basically put our feet up the ground, up the wall, as we lie flat on the ground. Now, Now I'm trying to get my bum as close to the wall as I can, like so, and then I get my legs as straight as possible. And all we're going to do is we're just going to come up, and we're going to try and stretch a little bit there. Good, good, like so. Now that we're there, bum is touching the ground, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my legs as wide as I possibly can until I can't go any further. It's a good groin stretch, so we're just going to go out and out and out and out. Now I'm starting to feel it, and I'm just going to relax into it. Try not to tense up. I'm just going to relieve a lot of tension from the groin. I'm just going to relieve a lot of tension from the hips. Whoa. Good, good. And then all you're going to try and do is just bring your feet out the way a little. Good. And just relax there. Once you've done there, you're just going to bring them back in, and then you're going to come down. And the next stretch, you're going to do the exact same, but the other way around. You're going to get your bum as close to the wall as you can. There we go. And then you're going to keep your legs as straight as possible. Then, what we're going to do is I've just got an old t-shirt here just to show that you can use anything. You can use an old towel, a jumper, whatever it is, and you're just going to put that around your feet, right, around both feet, and you're just going to pull that towards you. You're going to basically try and get your chest as close to your quads, as close to your legs as you can by down and pull. And then that is that. That's it. Just keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Minimum 30 seconds on this, and then relax. Now what we can do is we come away from the wall slightly. We go right foot to left thigh, left hand to left toe, and then come over the top and try and get the toe with the opposite hand as well, with your chest over. You don't want to be leaning this way or this way or over there. If you can't quite get that, this goes round here, and you're just going to pull it as you go as well. Then we go switch. Good, good. Then we're going to go here, all the way down, stretch it off, and keep going. Similar to the other side. What we're going to do just now is we're going to do a little stretch, right? We're going to put the soles of your feet together, and it's going to open up your open up your groin, sorry, okay? Now, while we're in this position, what we're actually going to do is we're going to take our thumb, and we're going to run it all the way up and down the inside of the leg, okay? Inside of the lower leg, and we're just going to run it up and down there. Now, a lot of the time, the reason that we're really, really tight is because the muscles in here are super tight, and it can give us problems in the heel. It can introduce things like plantar fasciitis and just other issues like that as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run our finger and our thumbs up and down here, and we're actually looking for a bit that's sore. That may sound daft, but if it's sore for a reason. It's tight. So therefore, we need to find ways to loosen it. Now, for me, that's quite tight, but I have a lot of issues with this kind of thing as well, because I play a lot of high impact sports like hockey, football, tennis, all that kind of thing as well. So we're basically up and down and just running it there. And you're doing the same with the other one as well. Now, this one's not quite as bad as the other one, and this, funnily enough, this heel's a little bit sore. So we're just going to run it up and down. You will notice that when you run your thumb up and down, your Achilles as well, while you're in this stretch, you may feel it's quite tight and quite sore as well. But the idea is, spend a minute each time running your finger along these sore parts, and it will make a big, big difference in the long run, I promise you.